Welcome to Mr. D's class, where we're gonna have some fun. Put on your thinking caps now, the party's just begun.
Hi everyone, my name is Mr. D and welcome to Mr. D's class online. So good to see you. It's been so long. I think it's been since yesterday. I think it was yesterday I saw you last, but maybe it's been longer. Time kind of bleeds together these days. Anyway, as usual, we have a great show in store for you today. We've got all kinds of little segments for you to check out, learn some things, watch some things, laugh a little, chuckle a bit. Hopefully not too much crying, because, you know, crying stinks. But anyway, we're going to start where we always start. Miss A is going to go over our calendar and our weather, and I look forward to it as I always do. So, Miss A, tell us all about the day and what to expect.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 7 days are in a week. I like to sing them quiet.
Hey everybody, happy birthday, Sam. Today is June the 3rd, Wednesday. Yesterday was June the 2nd, Tuesday. And tomorrow is June the 4th, Thursday. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great birthday, Sam. It is Wednesday, and today it's going to be a high of 22, and looks like it's just going to rain until about 11 o'clock, and then you can be outside and enjoy the beautiful weather for the rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, Miss A. As usual, a beautiful, wonderful, fantastic job. Next up, we have our word families with Miss B, and I will tip my cap to her. You know, she really turns on all the taps, and I guess perhaps. Okay, that one didn't work as well, but Miss B is the professional at word families, and she has a word family for you today. See if you can get 5 words in this word family. I bet you can. Email them to me. You know how to do that. I love getting emails from you, so send them on in. Anyway, here's Miss B with our word families.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It is a word family time with me. Anyway, today's word family is the AP or app word family. So remember, they are going to be words that rhyme, and we're going to be just changing a letter. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Kind of like the word letters, changing letters on things. Anyway, these ones we change a letter on to come up with more words in the family that rhyme. So we have the app or AP word family. So words I came up with were cap, flap, wrap, map, and tap. So now it is your turn to find 5 more words that go with the app word family and, you know, rhyme with the words that I came up with. See what you can do. 5 more. Bye for now.
Thank you, Miss B. Again, I tip my cap to you. It's the best I can do. I know it's really bad, but it's the best I can do. Listen, next up is one of Mr. D's very, 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 very favorite lunches to make. I usually like it more in the winter with some tomato soup. I don't know, it's just a thing. It seems to be this perfect pairing, but that's what it is. We make these in school quite a bit, and Miss D is reminding us how to make these things. Miss D's cooking abilities, I would go to her house for dinner anytime. Well, not right now because it's not safe and I'm not allowed to, but any regular time I would go to Miss D's for dinner. Well, I have to be invited because you can't just show up at someone's house. Well, you can if they're family, but Miss D and I are not family. Although we both have D, right? Like Mr. D, Miss D, but they're different last names. Life skills.
Hey guys, on Life Skills with Miss D today, I'm going to show you how to make grilled cheese. So what you're gonna need is your stove, a frying pan, a cutting board, cheese slices or brick cheese, butter or margarine, and some bread, and a butter knife. Okay, so I'm gonna get my 2 slices of bread out for my sandwich. I'm gonna lay them down flat on my cutting board, and I'm going to butter them. And as I cook, I like to put things away. So if I'm done with something, I put it back where I got it from, or put stuff in the sink. I'm almost out of margarine. I'm going to need some more. That'll have to go on my grocery list. And another trick too that I like to do is, I know it's kind of off topic, but as I run out of things, I have a grocery list that I just keep going. And then, because now I only go to the grocery store once a week, I have my list, and as I run out of something, I add it to my grocery list. Okay, so my bread is buttered. I get a little bit more on there. Okay, so I'm gonna put my bread down, and I use, when I'm making the kids, I use 1 1/2, because I split 1 1/2 and I make sure that there's cheese everywhere on their bread. Mine, I'm just gonna put 1. So my bread's down, you kind of hear it sizzle, that means it's ready to go. So I'm gonna open up my cheese. I'm going to place it in the middle of my bread, and then I'm going to put my other slice of bread on top. And another idea too that you guys could do to spice them up so they're not just plain grilled cheese, you could add pepperoni and do a mozzarella cheese and add some pizza sauce, and then you have pizza grilled cheese. You can add ham or any kind of lunch meat that you like on top of your cheese, and then add another piece of cheese so the bread sticks to it. You can even fry an egg and then put it on, and then make your grilled cheese, kind of make it a little fancier. Yeah, there's all kinds of ways you can make grilled cheese. They're so versatile, it's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to leave that sit for a few seconds on this side, and I sometimes turn my my element down while I'm mid-cooking. That way it doesn't burn when I flip it over. Just kind of a nice even temperature. While I wait to flip that, I'm going to put things away. So my cheese is going to go away. My garbage is going to go in my garbage can. And I'm going to get out the ketchup at this time. I already have my ketchup out because I made my children grilled cheese before this video. So it's already out. I give it a little shake, because sometimes ketchup, when it sits, it gets that like liquid on top. And then when you squirt it out, it's all over your sandwich. Gross. Okay, I think this looks like it's ready. I think it's ready to flip. You can kind of check it. Yep. And if it's not ready, you just flip it back over, or after the second side's done, you just reflip it for a few seconds. Now, I'm a triangle person, so I like my sandwiches cut into triangles. What about you guys? I have one kid that likes squares and rectangles, and I have another kid that likes triangles as well. And sometimes I get a request for a happy face, so I cut it in half, and then I cut one side in half to get eyeballs, and then I make a happy face. Tell Mr. D how you like your sandwiches cut. Do you like them whole? Do you like them in triangles? Do you like them in squares, rectangles, into like little slivers so they're like little fingers? Let Mr. D know so I can know what kind of sandwiches you like, so when we get back to school I can cut your sandwiches properly. Alright, let's see if this is ready. Oh, a few more seconds and then we'll be ready. I can't remember if I didn't tell you if you need a spatula, or like my terms I like to call it a flipper. So you can flip your sandwiches back and forth. And this will help too if you can make these in the kitchen. You can give mom or dads a break cooking lunches. You can cook lunch for everybody in your family. Make them up grilled cheese. Alright, let's see if it's ready. I flip it all the way over. It's ready for me. I don't like mine super dark, just enough lightly toasted. And I'm going to cut mine in half into my triangle. And that's it, guys. That's how you make a grilled cheese sandwich. Alright, see you later. Miss yas. Bye.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. That's what I want to do. I want to eat that delicious. Anyway, thank you, Miss D. No relation. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for your video. Love it. Now, it is Wednesday, and that means it is Wellness Wednesday. And so we have Mr. Duhamel here to bring us some wellness advice, some mental health activities, some thinking that we can do to help keep our brain calm. And that's really important. It's always really important. We have to take care of ourselves, our bodies and our minds, and they're both equally important. So if you're doing exercise and moving around and eating healthy, that's great for your body. It helps your mind a little bit, but we also have to manage stress. So, Mr. Duhamel, why don't you show us what you have in store for us for Wellness Wednesday?
Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I'm your host, Mr. Duhamel.
Oh, sorry. Hi, and welcome to Wellness Wednesdays, where we talk about caring for ourselves emotionally, because caring for ourselves emotionally is really important. Our emotional health is important because it affects our physical health. A few times now we've talked about being thoughtful, and we've practiced it by asking thought-provoking questions. And so today I have another thought-provoking question that is super fun. So the question is, you get to bring 3 people to dinner, and they can be fake or real. So what that means is that you can bring cartoon characters, TV or movie characters. You could bring a character from a book. You could bring someone famous or someone from history. So think about it. Who would you bring to dinner? And before you answer, you're going to see a pause button come up on the screen. And that's because you need to pause and think about it for at least 1 minute. And when you've thought about your question for 1 minute, then you can hit play again. So I thought about mine, and my 3 are, drum roll please, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, Kurt Warner, who's a professional football player, and my last one is my most favorite superhero. And you may be thinking Captain America. He is pretty awesome. But no, Nightcrawler. He's a really cool X-Men. Anyways, the reason why I brought these 3 is because I kind of admire them, kind of all in their own way. I admire the fact that Ash Ketchum actually gets to catch Pokemon, and I'd love to talk to him about that and the bond between him and his Pokemon. I chose Kurt Warner because he has a really cool story. He kind of started at the bottom, now I'm here. That's an old song to quote. Anyways, and my last is Nightcrawler because I relate to Nightcrawler in a lot of odd ways. So anyways, who would you bring? I'd love to know and can't wait to hear from you. Anyways, bye for now.
Thank you, Mr. Duhamel. I feel well already. I do. Anyway, next up we have Comprehension Queen. Miss B is here. Queen B is here to give us a little bit of a story, the usual thing. I wonder if you can get these questions correct. I bet you most of you can. Please make sure you yell them at the screen. Like if you know the answer, just yell it out at the screen. Maybe I'll be able to hear you. And if you don't want to yell it out at the screen, then you could email me the answers, and then I could read them. That's pretty good too. Anyway, with our latest installment, our Comprehension Queen, Miss Buick.
It's time to get your cup of tea, your cucumber sandwich, and your fascinator. It's time for the Comprehension Queen with Miss Buick.
Good morning, my royal subjects, and welcome to my kingdom. Today, I want you to close your eyes really tight and imagine it's a warm June day. The sun is shining. It's glorious out there. I wonder what kind of sounds you might hear. If you said the birds, you were right. I love to hear the birds singing in the warm sunshine. Don't you? Now keep your eyes closed, no peeking. As the weather changes, sometimes we hear different sounds. I wonder what else we might hear. If you said you heard rain, you were right. That's what I heard too. I love a good rainstorm. It's so relaxing. Don't you think so? Well, have you figured out what today's story might be about? It is kind of tricky. You might say it's about weather, but actually it's about the water cycle.
The water cycle. When it rains, water falls from the clouds to the ground. Do you know how the water gets back to the clouds? It's called the water cycle. There is always water in the air, even though we can't see it.
It's called water vapor. When the sun heats up water from the ground or in lakes and rivers, it turns to water vapor. The water vapor goes into the air. The warm water vapor rises high in the sky. The air is very cold up high. The water vapor turns cold and becomes water again. Millions and millions of water drops come together in the sky. They come together to make clouds. Soon there is more water than the clouds can hold. The water falls back to the earth. The water falls on the ground as rain, sleet, and snow. It falls into rivers and lakes. The sun heats up the water and the cycle starts again. Welcome back, my royal friends. I have something for you to think about. What do you think this passage is mostly about? Well, are you ready for the questions? Here we go. Question number 1. Draw a picture of the water cycle. And I've given you lots and lots of hints. Question number 2. What happens after the water vapor is heated by the sun? A, it falls to the earth. B, it forms a cloud. C, it rises to the sky. Or D, it rains. Question number 3. What happens when a cloud can't hold any more water? A, it falls back to the earth. B, it heats up. C, it rises high in the sky. D, it gets bigger. And question number 4. What happens in the last paragraph? A, water forms a cloud. B, water falls to the earth. C, vapor rises high into the sky. D, water vapor is in the air. Okay, let's recap. In question number 1, you were asked to draw a picture of the water cycle. And I gave you lots and lots of hints. So hopefully you had enough time to get that done. But if you didn't, you can always finish it later. No big deal. Question number 2. What happens after the water vapor is heated by the sun? Well, the answer is C. It rises up to the sky where it's cooled and turns into water droplets. Question number 3. What happens after a cloud is just so full it can't hold any more water droplets? Well, the answer is A. It falls back to the earth. The water droplets, I mean, not the clouds. Question number 4. What happens in the very last paragraph? Well, the answer is B. Water falls to the earth. It may take the form of rain, sleet, or snow, but it still falls back to the earth. Well, that's all the time I have for now. I hope you enjoyed learning about the water cycle and how the moisture or the water moves from the ground to the sky and back to the ground again like a great big wheel. I hope you're safe, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.
Why, thank you, Queen Bee. I feel great about it all. Anyway, next up we have our word ladder answers. Remember, sleepy time? We were doing a... Oh, sorry, we were doing a sleepy time word ladder. Here's the answers while I just have a little...
Up the ladder, nowhere to go, feel the wrongs, living under my
Sorry. Oh, how embarrassing. I fell asleep in the middle of the video. Thank you, Miss B. That was lovely. I feel refreshed after a nice nap, and so refreshed. Let's go to our problem of the day, see how I solved it, see if you solved it the same way, and or a different way. A way? Did you solve it at all? And then we'll do our problem of the day for today. You know the drill. You know the way this goes, so buckle your seatbelts. Here we go. Frank has $10, right? Yeah, Frank has $10, and Freddie has $21. How many dollars do they have all together? Well, I can, as usual, just grab my number line, you know, my favorite tool, and we can use this number line to figure it out, right? What I'm really doing, as somebody already told me, is I'm adding, saying 10 plus 21. So to use a number line, it's easiest to start with my biggest number when I'm adding, and that's 21 right there. And I'm going to add 10. Right, 21 plus 10, so I'll count up 10 spaces, and I'll end up right here on 31. Others may want to stack and add like I've done here, right? We divide that into our tens column and our ones column, and I say 0 plus 1. Well, that's easy, that's 1. 1 plus 2, well, that's pretty easy, that's 3. So 31 again. So no matter which way I go, if these people, Frank and Freddie, put their money together, they have $31. And that means they can buy me 31 delicious $1 ice cream cones. And I hope they buy them all at once, so I have to sit and eat 31 delicious ice cream cones. Anyway, that was your problem of the day for yesterday. Here's your problem of the day. Shona has 9 fewer unread texts than Sarah. Sarah has 16 unread texts. How many unread texts does Shona have? It's kind of confusing the way they've worded this question. Let me put it a different way. Sarah has 16 texts that she hasn't read yet. Shona has 9 less than that. How many does Shona have? This is a question that involves subtraction and thinking. So do both. Hey y'all, welcome back, and that was great. Now we're going to do our choice board, as we always do at this time. So, hey friends, here's your choice board for the day. You got to wash your body, because you don't want to be the stinky kid, right? Nobody wants to be stinky, so let's take care of that. Reflex and prodigy. Your practical and life skill today. You've got 2 of them. Number 1, you are the griller of cheeses. Can you make a grilled cheese sandwich? Miss D showed us how, and I'm excited to see your experiments. This is something that you will need an adult's permission to do first. Please don't just decide to start grilling cheese. You'll definitely need permission from an adult. Also, Mr. Duhamel gave us a really cool Wellness Wednesday challenge. Which 3 people are you bringing to dinner? Mr. D would certainly bring Paul Simon, who's a singer and a songwriter. I would also like to hear from Winston Churchill, who is a British Prime Minister. And I think I would also like to hear from, who else would I bring to dinner? Winston Churchill. Oh, John Lennon for sure, one of the Beatles. I can't believe I almost forgot John. He'd be so upset with me. Anyways, which 3 people would you like to bring to dinner? Our problem of the day is right here. You can read it again and again and again. Our letter of the day, not letter of the day, sorry, our word family of the day is app. Right, the app family, cap, tap, nap. Ooh, I like having an app. Anyway, what 5 words can you come up with that end with app? We have our resources, we have our Epic and Lexia, we have our sleepy time word ladders, and I know that Miss B gave us the answers, but it's never too late to drop those answers in there and try it yourself. Our word challenge, 1 student did this yesterday. I think that you should try it today. It's pretty easy and pretty fun, and I think you guys would enjoy it. Phys Ed choice board, all kinds of options. If you go on a neighborhood walk with an adult, how many windows do you count on your walk? Bet you there's a lot of them that you pass. And as usual, we've got music, drawing, dancing, coloring to round out our choice board. Well, that is all the time we have for today at Mr. D's Class Online. It's been a pleasure to get to be beamed into your living rooms, apartments, houses, backyards, bedrooms, wherever you happen to be watching us. It's great to spend some time with you. Can't wait for tomorrow for another fun-filled episode. Until then, Be safe and be well. We'll see you soon. Take care.